my dream was just getting to the NFL.
Where did you find your love for football?
I was talking to one of my cousins. Something just clicked, and I was like, man, I want to play football.
Avery Williamson, a retired NFL player and third-generation farmer, is dedicated to helping anyone he meets, whether through volunteering or engaging in business.
How'd your parents feel about this?
They was probably like, let him do what he want to do, but I know they didn't think that I was going to go pro.
So it was eat, breathe, sleep.
That was it, man. I started separating myself, really showing that I could really take this thing to the next level. $3.5 million I was supposed to make. You know, I got hurt. Called my agent up. You want to restructure? I was like, restructure? Like, what you mean? Got that joint to like 1.5.
And you don't have any say in that.
Get cut.
I tried to take my people with me. Paying for everything. You start putting stuff here and there, or family start reaching out, and were people more so reaching out to you in that kind of way?
You can't bring everybody with you. Our lives are different.
Yeah.
I can't help everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help everybody. Like you made your journey. This is mine.
Man, Avery, welcome to Attractive Mindset, dog.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Excited.
So for the people who don't know you, give a little introduction about yourself real quick.
From Tennessee, grew up there, went to Kentucky, played football, and did 4 years of college. And then I got drafted in the 5th round to the Titans. Did 4 years there. Then I went to the Jets, there for 2.5 years.
New York,
yeah. And then I got traded to the Steelers. Midway through my last season, and then I circled back around with the Titans my last year. Yeah, so got 8 in.
And yeah. So, all right. So we've never had a football. Well, actually, no. We've had Dame on here who played internationally, and they said that's two different worlds of playing, ball, basketball or football.
I'm sure, yeah.
But in the process for that, before I even get into that, growing up in Tennessee. I'm a city guy.
Yeah.
The country.
That's a lot different.
Yeah. So
we moved from Cleveland when I was probably maybe 1.
Okay.
And my dad, he had bought a farm, about like 50 acres.
Sheesh.
In a house, and we lived there ever since I can remember. And me and my sister, we grew up in the garden, doing stuff outside, like. We was always outside doing
stuff. Out planted your food,
all
of that stuff?
Yeah, we planted the food. So we was eating organic before it was cool to be organic.
Gotcha.
And so yeah, man, that's what I was used to. And so I got away from that when I went to college. Got outside a little bit.
How was that shift for you though?
It was different, bro. When I went to Kentucky, man, I thought I was in Vegas.
What?
Yes, bro.
Kentucky?
Yes, bro. I was in Lexington, Kentucky, man. I was bright lights, man. And I've been to other places before. Like, I guess I'm trying to think where I've been to. Cleveland, Ohio, to visit family. But really hadn't been to, I guess, like a lot of big cities. Been in Atlanta before, but it was like eye opening, to be around. All these college kids, no parents. So it was definitely an experience, man.
So let's take a step back even further. And so, you growing up on a farm and doing everything like that, where did you find your love for football?
It was when I was in going to the 5th grade, and I was talking to one of my cousins about football, and we was just having like a family gathering, and he was just telling me like how he used to like work out all the time and stuff, and the dedication that it took for him. He just went played in high school, and from that point something just clicked, and I was like, man, I want to play football. And I started dragging his tire. The next day I had a car tire I was pulling.
Damn.
And had a rope around my waist. And I was doing that for a couple weeks. Then I put some bricks in it, and that got light. And then I got one of my dad's semi-truck tires.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
How old are you?
5th grade. I started pulling the. I started pulling the 18-wheeler tire probably like maybe It was like 5th grade, like 6th grade. But I was knocking out push-ups every night. I started saving my money up to get different things like workout equipment, going to Walmart, get me some weights and stuff. And I don't know, man, crazy as hell, but I just knew I was going pro.
How'd your parents feel about this?
They was probably like, let him do what he want to do. But I know they didn't think that I was going to go pro. Like, I mean, I would literally pull that tire every day, like whether it was raining, hot, cold. Like I had marked off 40 yards, cut it with the lawnmower, and I just had my little spot. I just pull that tire. But
do you feel like there's a connection between the amount of work you had to do physically on the farm and then getting into actual physical training?
Yes, because even to this day, I'm not scared of work. But it just showed me that nothing is really given. You got to go and just do it. But yeah, man, it was work on the farm, and then I would do my workouts because football was like, that was second. Like Dad was like, you got to get this done first.
Yeah.
So I would even incorporate me
Drills
doing workouts like during while we was working. Like I saved my money up when I was in high school. I got the jump soles, and so I had the jump soles on while I was, working with Dad. He's like, boy, what the hell you doing? I got them shoes. You put some boots on, And but I was just trying to make my time. Like I wanted to like steady work, so I knew I had to build myself up. But now at farm work, it taught me though that I needed to handle my business. And football was like, that was like a pleasure. And the farm was like really work. So shoot, football, it was like, I'm going out there having fun.
Yeah.
That was a getaway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was a getaway.
Okay. And so at what point did you join a team?
I joined a team in the 6th grade.
Okay.
And I wanted to do 5th grade, but my dad was saying I was too small, which I was kind of small. He didn't want me to get hurt. And so my 6th grade year, that's when my cousin, he had a team in the next town over, and ended up joining his team. And I started doing my thing. I was like, okay, I was kind of feeling myself. Like I knew I could, I kind of play.
What was the first position you played?
Linebacker and fullback.
Okay.
Yeah. So I played that throughout my whole high school career. And then I just played linebacker, I got to college. But yeah, when I started playing on that league, my cousin was, telling my dad, he's like, hey, I think you need to come check him out. He pretty good. My dad drove trucks, so he would come in, sometimes during the week, and then he'd be home on the weekends. And so Saturday he would make sure to be at my games, and he kind of started noticing that I had something special.
No, that's definitely dope. And so this is going to be one of the first times, in this category, we get to go, we get to have a conversation with like a professional on your level. The last person that was here was an MMA guy who just won like 5 champions. He bought all his belts and all of that stuff. And, just getting to get into that championship mindset, at what point did you start to attract other viewership towards you outside of just, hey, I think your family and friends, hey, you should come take a look at them and think it's serious. Like, what point did you start, getting scouts and all of that stuff? Yeah,
that was my sophomore year. That's when I kind of started really, like the big newspaper out there started writing about me. I was playing a lot. I don't think I was starting my sophomore year, but I was like, hey, I got to get into Jackson Sun. I get into Jackson Sun, that's when people really gonna start hearing about me. And then my junior year, that's when I was really balling, and we ended up going to state. I was like, I told my dad, like, we get to state, hey, I know it's gonna be the scouts there, and it was crazy. Like I knew I was going to state. We beat this team called Good Pasture, and I remember to this day, it was like, the smoke and all that, coming out for the game.
Oh, it's one of those.
Oh yeah, man, I remember it. And I was like, yo, it's like this is what's gonna set me up to that next level. And shoot, we ended up going to state, and I ended up balling out. Still got the state record for tackles. 22. So had 22 tackles, man. And And that's when I ended up getting my offer for Kentucky. Like maybe it was, I don't know, it was a month or so later. Ended up getting an offer from them. And that's when I really started kind of getting on the map more. Yeah.
Did any other schools give you any other offers?
Yeah. I had so I was going to some camps and stuff. Like I had Ole Miss was looking at me, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. I never got any offers from them. But so I had Arkansas State that offered me, Memphis, trying to think, New Mexico, random.
And so when you get an offer, you know, because I don't know either. You know, what exactly is an offer? Like, how do they package it, and how do you make your decision on like I'm gonna choose this spot?
Yeah, they give you a full scholarship. You know, I mean, some people they'll tell you we want you to be a preferred walk on, something like that, or give you a partial scholarship. But schools that offer me, they would give me full scholarships. Just calling and recruiting you. Hey, Avery, how you doing? You know, we want to just see if you made a decision yet. You know, so it's like somebody trying to see if you're gonna date them.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. Do you like me or not?
Got you.
Yeah.
And so when you get these offers, you know, now that you have these offers, what are your parents saying?
Yeah, we were just sitting on them. Like we just didn't have a game. Like we really didn't know what to do. I was waiting. I was honestly waiting on Vanderbilt. I wanted to go to UT. They stopped answering my calls. I wanted to go to Vanderbilt, and they were like kind of toying with me. Like they didn't know if they wanted to offer me. So I'm waiting on them. Kentucky's on the line. They begging me to come. And I ended up going to Kentucky to visit for the first time. We were coming down from Cleveland, me and my family, and we stopped and just toured the football facilities and stuff a little bit. And I was telling my mom, I was like, hey, I like it. I feel good about it. And it was, I wanted to go to Vandy, but I didn't have that same feeling. And we were waiting, and so we were all the way at my senior season, and I think it was before the state game. Yeah, and we went to state my senior year, and my dad was like, you know what? I'm tired of waiting on these folks. Like, we going to Kentucky. I was like, all right, cool. Like, that's what we're gonna do. Because I told him he was on the fence about Kentucky. Yeah, they weren't the best, you know what I'm saying, at the moment. But they were offering a full ride. I knew getting to SEC was where I could really get that shine and get that notice. So I went with Kentucky.
Got you. And how different was NIL then compared to NIL now?
NIL? Say what? Say NIL. It wasn't no NIL. Shoot, I was blessed to get a scholarship. And I got it. People like, man, I know you got something when you was in college. I said, no, I ain't getting nothing. We got smacked by Georgia. When we didn't get smacked. That was a close one that year. We had a home game against Georgia, and I went to the Waffle House the next day. This guy, he saw me. He's like, Avery Williamson. Yeah. He was like, man, good game yesterday. I'm paying for your meal. I was like, well, shit. I like this. So it wasn't no NIL, man. Gotcha. I needed help. Yeah. Like even up to getting drafted. Like I had to call my dad, like, hey, help me out. I had some other people that, assisted me to get me until I even when I got drafted, I ain't had nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting on the check to come. Yeah. So it was the kids now, they are blessed. Blessed to have some money coming in. Yeah. Yeah, very blessed. Cause my parents was retired when I went to college. So shoot, all my money was going to rent, food, I was on scholarship, so I was getting meals, but just like living. Yeah.
And so in you having to do that, did you have to have a job at the same time?
No, it wasn't no time for a job. Okay. Nah, so we got our monthly checks. Gotcha. And then you get the pay check Yeah, that Pell
The Pell
check.
Grant.
Woo,
Yeah.
$5,000 a semester. Oh, you
Living.
you going out eating big. We going to Fazoli, not Fazoli's, but what was the spots we used to go to? It was like a spaghetti spot I would always go to. But yeah, that $5,000 come in. Yeah, you gonna hit Dillard's. Get you some new jeans or something.
And how's it navigating? Because the women, or fans, whoever, whatever, especially when you start, you an athlete.
Yeah.
You're an athlete. How's it navigating that while going to college?
Yeah. I could definitely say the money aspect wasn't a factor yet. It was more of the potential.
Yeah.
They see you out there playing good, and it's more of the potential that you might go pro. But it's completely different monster when you get that check. But yeah, I mean, the girls is still like, hey, they looking, they lurking,
Yeah.
so they know what's up. They know what's up. The basketball team, they were the basketball. They one and dones. I mean, you got cats coming through that's about to make M's instantly. So, but yeah, I mean, it's still women. I think women will always be a thing. It don't matter if you was broke.
No, 100%.
You still gonna have some type of woman issues.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
And you said something, real specific as well, which I had heard a little bit about that. Even when you join the NBA, you got people that essentially from the bench, they start making millions before they even, on the court really full time. And that's not the case in the NFL.
Yeah, well, depends on when you get drafted. It depends on when you get drafted. But yeah, I mean, if you're a first rounder, I mean, yeah, you getting millions. But like my signing bonus was like 150, I think. It was like 150,000, I think it was. And I never forget, man. I got my first check. I got half my signing bonus, or like a portion of it. I got it. It was summertime, and me and my girlfriend at the time, we was up in New York, and that thing hit. I got 60 bands I got 60,000 in my account. Like I was like, man, what you want to do? And so I remember we went and had some good food and stuff, and then I went to, I don't know what store I went to, if it was like Saks or something, I don't know, but I went and got me a shirt. It was like a $120 shirt. Like that's like, whoo, that's stepping out.
Yeah,
that's stepping out. And I was like, okay, I'm doing something nice for myself. But yeah, it was definitely crazy seeing that money. But I couldn't imagine like coming into the league and having like $3 million in my account. Yeah, that'd be astronomical.
So now in college, when you playing and you're going against a lot of these other teams, I know college football is a lot different. I don't know rule-wise. I know rule-wise is actually pretty different as well versus, NFL. So how are you separating yourself in college now against other athletes that are also getting looked at within your same criteria?
Man, just playing. That's it. That's all it is. Just going out there and balling every week. We was getting our asses kicked. We was getting toe up, but each week, man, I was like, I gotta go out here and just be a dog. I remember I wanted to get redshirted my freshman year. They didn't redshirt me.
What does that mean?
Like taking a year to work out, just get acclimated. They wouldn't redshirt me, and I was kind of pouting a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna waste a year because I wasn't gonna start. And I told myself, I remember we was playing. I'm trying to think who we were playing. I can't remember now, but I was like, hey, I gotta go get it. Like if I'm gonna have this year, they gonna use me this year, I gotta go get on special teams. And it might have been Auburn, but I just went out there and start, trying to make some plays and stuff. And my sophomore year, I was like, okay, if you're gonna do it, like you really gotta go out and get it. And that's when I kind of chilled out on partying and stuff. I was like, okay, let's really lock in, like really see what things I can do to improve my game. How I can really separate myself. But I mean, you got a few different rules in college, but it's really about going out there just being you. If you got it, you got it. And I started separating myself and really showing that I could really take this thing to the next level.
And so it was eat, breathe, sleep.
That was it, man. I was trying to, I was really trying to cut out a lot of BS. I didn't do much in college. I didn't do much. I didn't go out much. I studied. I worked out. I wasn't partying a lot. I mean, I still had my fun, but when it was time to really lock in, I had to make sure I was focused because I didn't want to waste the opportunity and be one of them guys that just go to college and that's it or not get drafted.
Gotcha.
I was on a mission.
Got you. And do they still make you choose a major?
Yeah. You gotta have a major.
So what was your major?
Communications. So ISC, Integrated Strategic Communications. I started with psychology.
Okay.
Yeah, and that when I got in, no, it was not psychology. It was like physical train. Like I was going to be like a therapist or something like that.
Okay. I mean, that's still intro.
Yeah. But when I got in the psychology class, I was like, no, this ain't for me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. I'm studying hard for these tests, and I'm coming out with C's and D's. I'm like, I told my advisor like, this ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah. And
I ended up going with communications, and because people were telling me like, well, you talk well and stuff. You should maybe you should try that route. Maybe once you're done playing, you could talk on a network or something. And I was like, yeah, maybe let me try that. So that's why I went to communications.
Got you.
Minored in what was my minor? My minor was dang. I set myself up for that one.
It's all good.
My minor was like it was like a children. I don't know. It was something. Yeah.
Okay. But, so no, that's good. Yeah. And so with that, did you start thinking about any business related things?
Nah, I didn't have time to. I always knew that I wanted to be in business doing something, but back then it was just football, school, and that was it. Didn't have time for anything else. But I wasn't on. I wasn't even thinking that far in advance. I couldn't. I didn't have no money. But I mean, even then, I still could, dream about it. But my dream was just getting to the NFL. Yeah.
And so now walk us through the moment that this dream starts to come reality. At what year in college did they reach out and they said, hey, we want to potentially pick you up, and what teams started leading with that?
Yeah, so that was after my junior year, I knew that, I was, going to have a chance to go pro. I knew I had to have a good senior season. And we ended up they fired the staff that I came in with. We got a new coaching staff.
Was that for the better?
Yeah. Mark Stoops, him and his staff, they came in, and man, it was a lot different. It was really they were trying to bring in higher recruits. I was like, I ain't losing my spot. Like I'm me. So like and they realized that from the jump. But I was balling that year. I can't remember when like teams can't reach out to you, but like agents, they'll try to talk to you and stuff. You start kind of hearing rumblings like, oh, this agent wants to talk to you, or that agent. And once that season was over with, that's when the agent stuff happens, and it's like recruiting all over again. They're trying to get their guys, and I knew I was gonna go pro, just didn't know when or round. But I knew I had a good enough senior year to really go out there and do my thing.
And so how long was the wait from after your senior year?
It was from we didn't go to no bowl game, so it was a minute. So it was from like November to May. So it was a while. I had the combine in February. March. It was March, I believe. Yeah, combine in March. And then it's just a waiting game, training, and just waiting. Don't get in trouble. Yeah, don't do nothing stupid, and just waiting to get your name called.
Got you.
Yeah, so it was a long process. It was like the time was going by so slow when you finally get to that point, about to get drafted, and oh man, it was like snails moving. It was like so slow, and just wondering, is this ever gonna happen? Yeah, it's really it was nerve wracking.
And so now walk us through the call. Like, get the call, you get the text, whatever, however it happened. How'd you get to that platform? Where were you? What was your thoughts on that moment?
So it was the third day. It was day 3. I thought I was gonna go day 2, so I was pissed. I thought I deserved to go at least 3rd or 4th round. And so I'm waiting. And funny thing, I got a call before the call, and so I had set my phone down. All my family had came out. We rented a building out in my hometown, and I had my phone down. I missed the call, and I see. I was like, Dad, I missed the call. He's like, was she calling back? So I called a number back. I'm like, shoot, who is this? The Rams or the Falcons? And I answer. I was like, hello? I was like, hey, cuz, this Nicole. My cousin Nicole called. I was just checking on you. See how I'm like, everything is good. Yeah. Get off the damn phone. Like, I'm waiting. So man, it was a long process. And I finally got the 615 area code popped up. And it was the Titans calling. And everybody was like, yo. And I said, it's the Titans. Everybody got quiet. I was, chatting with them. And man, we it's like, yeah, we selected you. And yeah, man, it was pretty surreal. It was pretty surreal. Like, just didn't know who, what team, what I'm saying? Like, just didn't know, man. And it's finally happened. It was pretty crazy. Everybody was jumping around. Yeah.
Damn. I'm smiling because I'm like, yeah, that's one of those moments. And so now that you get this call and everything, how does life start to change for you, in just your surroundings? You have to live over there now? Like,
yeah, it was so I drove up that next day. To Nashville, and that's when stuff really started changing. Like you really are on that pedestal now, like family, you know what I'm saying? And man, it was wild. Like, even like the day I got to Nashville, like, God rest her soul, my sister. I didn't have the best relationship with her, my half sister, but she shows up to the hotel, and I hadn't seen her since the 7th grade. And I'm just like, okay, why? You know what I'm saying? Why you here? Just stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff, man. That a lot of pressure. People. I'm only 2 hours away from the crib, so people still got access to me.
Yeah.
And everybody from home usually moves up to Nashville, so man, people just like they want to kick it.
Yeah.
And so just kind of really had to separate myself from that and really lock in even more, because now you got money. Now when you go out, the girls is like, okay, I'm really trying to lock in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot different. And as a rookie, you just green.
Do they brief you about this type of stuff?
Yeah, they do. They brief you, but you ain't gonna really learn until you get into the thick of things.
Yeah.
And stuff can get crazy. You got to really watch your situations, and what you got to really read the room. It gets crazy.
And so before you got into the league, Is there anybody you wanted to play with? And was there anybody that you was like, damn, I don't know if I want to go against them?
Well, I was hoping to play with the Patriots. I ended up going up for a visit. So my 3 visits I took were the Titans, the Dolphins, and the Patriots.
Oh, you finna be in Miami?
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't come down here, boy. I would have really been lost. But yeah, so I was thinking I was gonna go to the Patriots.
Yeah.
Went up there, took my visit, and I was what was that? Yeah, we did our tour and stuff, and I remember I was in the film room with the linebacker coach, and we were going through film. Like he had me on the board, calling out plays. They just testing you out, seeing what you can do. And I remember Bill walked in, and so he was chatting with me, and he was like, "Oh, Kentucky guy." He's like, I was like, "Well, the last Kentucky guy, he didn't pan out so well."
Oh, damn.
It was Myron Pryor and defensive tackle from Kentucky, and I was like, "Well, now I'm different, Yeah. And so he was getting ready to walk out, and I was killing, on the film. I was getting the stuff right, the checks and stuff, and he's like, "Well, I'm got you guys' way," and I was like, "No, coach, stay. Watch me work, watch me spin." And so the coach is like, "Oh, you feeling confident?" I was like, "Yeah, shit, let's go." Yeah. So man, he's like, "All right, boom, what's the defense?" And first one, got it wrong. I'm like, damn. Got it wrong, man.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. So needless to say, I didn't get drafted by the Patriots. It was either that or my hungry ass ate so much food in the hotel. I had like 2 meals. I'm coming from college, bro. I'm like, man, they paying for this? I'm like, shoot, I'm about to eat. So,
yeah.
But I wanted to get drafted by the Patriots and found out like week 10 when I was, with the week 10 of my rookie year, something like it was late in the season, and we was losing. It was bad, rough season. And our the voice of the Titans, he was I was at this media event. He was telling me, he said, "Man, we sure are glad to have you. I was having a good year." And he said, "Man, the Patriots, they were, really upset, that we drafted you because the Titans moved up to get me, and so they were probably planning on snatching me up in probably the 5th or 6th round."
Gotcha.
And I was like, "You serious?"
Wow.
He's like, "Yeah." And so that's the year that they went on to win the Super Bowl. Well, I mean, they already won a few, but they beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. But I was like, man, I could have, had a ring, but that's life. You kind of never know, but that wasn't a part of my journey. Yeah.
And so with the Titans, now you're playing professional. What's that experience like? Your first game on the field, going against somebody who's not a rookie, who's really a vet in the game, and you gotta.
Yeah, first game we played the Chiefs.
That's back with that
was Dexter McCluster, Alex Smith. I'm trying to think who else is on that team, man. It's been so long. Jamal Charles. It was Justin Houston, I think, was out there still. Yeah. So they had a great team. And we went out there and smacked them boys, man, week 1. So I'm like, man, hey, this is what it's gonna be like, but I just played special teams that game, but I was shell shocked. I'm just out there just trying to make a play, but just in that moment, just really not knowing how to soak it all in.
Yeah.
And but yeah, week 1 I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. And then week 2 we played the Cowboys. So I was still just
and
so Tony Romo
going against some of the superstar names that you people call out in Madden or online. How do you set up for that? How do they prep you for that? Like, okay, we're going against Brady. We're going against Palomalu. We going against all of these type of people.
You just got to really just kind of set that to the side and really make sure that you are staying focused. That's all you can do. I'm lined up on Jimmy Graham preseason. And I see him. I see him looking at. I don't know if Breeze. I think Breeze was still out there in the game. But I think I'm assuming he was if Jimmy was in.
Yeah.
But I'm lined up at number 3 on him. I see him look in. I'm like, they about to go, about to go my way. And he'd make a little move and he run, go up, boom. I'm like, damn. And then he hit the dunk on the goal post. Like I was mad, but I was like, dang, Jimmy Graham just scored over you.
Damn.
But you gotta put that to the side and really make sure that you are not looking at the person you watched on TV, but like, I gotta kick his ass today. So it's definitely the fame stuff wears off slowly. Mm-hmm. The one person that didn't wear off was Tom Brady. Every time I played, I was like Tom, this is Tom. But yeah, like you just got to go out there and just do your thing. Yeah, gotcha. And just exclude the fame. But sometimes you still out there like I'll be watching on when I'm on the bench. I'm watching AB. Thursday night, that man, my last year with the Titans, he went stupid. And I'm just like, yo, like, shoot, I might as well get some popcorn too, because we getting whooped. Yeah. You can sit and enamor some of the talent out there. Just guys just being NFL guys.
Yeah.
Just being great. Yeah.
So now, I want to get into the part that people don't talk about as much with the NFL is, you physically get hit and you physically hit people. What kind of stress does that induce, not only on your body, but your mindset?
Yeah, it depends. Everybody's different. But I mean, it's definitely, it's tough. I took care of my body well. Try to, make sure I got, my massages every week, stayed on my routines, just try to do everything that I could to make sure I stay healthy. I never got any concussions. So that was a blessing. But yeah, now you mean like post career or like during?
During,
yeah. Oh yeah. It's a grind. I remember after we played the Steelers, my rookie year, like I couldn't even move that next morning. I mean, it was so cold, and then like it was just like a grinding game.
That was against like Big Ben?
Yeah. I sacked him twice. Oh yeah. Hey boy, look. I had everybody on my phone after that game. That was Monday night. Yeah, but yeah, like I couldn't even move. And bro, your body is just beat to hell. Especially if you ain't got a good offense. You're on the field a lot. Like you really
how much time do you have between games?
Shoot, Sunday's over with. You heal up Monday and Tuesday and back to practice on Wednesday. And if you got a coach that ain't showing no mercy, Wednesday you out there hitting. Yeah, you out there hitting. I remember one year, I was with the Titans, and shoot, man, I had like a bad like crook in my neck, and it was bad, man. Like it was really hurting me bad. I had to go out there and practice. You know what I'm saying? Like we got, we full pads, and like I did not want to hit that day, but like running back coming through the hole. I gotta do what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Get your head down, boom. But like that stuff like that, bro, it's just like people don't see that.
Yeah.
They just see the, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. But it's a whole lot on your body, and you really gotta be professional taking care of it, eating right, getting your massages, all the little in-between stuff. And after the season, man, I don't do nothing. Like if we don't make the playoffs, man, I'm chilling. Even regardless if I do make the playoffs, like after the season, I'm taking 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks, but then usually turn into like you don't make the playoffs, a whole month, like just like kind of just chilling. Like I remember one year I had like some type of quad injury, like I don't know what it was, but something inside my quad was hurting so bad every time I walked. Like I would feel like a sharp pain, and I mean stuff like that. You just got pushed through it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Push through it, man.
And so now you start to develop, seasons in the game and everything, and you start to really get the check. You know what I'm saying? Once you start to really get the check, is it like you see on Instagram, you know, the private jets, the chauffeur cars all over the place, you know, you going out, y'all outfits be looking crazy on y'all tunnel walks and, you know, all of that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's like that. I was never the PJ type of guy. Like it ain't no need to spend no stupid money. But yeah, like get the black car service, go get food, go out. Like New York was like when I got paid and went to New York, it was like a whole different experience. Cause it ain't just it's not Tennessee. It's like it's a whole like you from New York. So you already know.
All right, yeah.
So it's like, man, we getting the service, we going to hitting Towel, and then we hitting, you know, Towel nightclub after that, you know. We're going to Catch, you know, going to, you know, it's just a whole different. It was I had to really change my whole dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Like from dressing to, you know what I'm saying, like just it was like a whole different vibe. And that was my first time really being away from home. You know, I went to Kentucky, then I went to Tennessee. So I was within a range.
Yeah.
But this was like a whole different culture. I've been to New York one time when I got that $60,000 check. So now I'm up here. I'm like, yo, we really in New York.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a whole different monster right there. Yeah, whole different monster. But yeah, it can be like that though. The whole lifestyle. You can take it how far you want to take it. Yeah.
And so do you get like where do you live? Do you get a house for yourself? Like, and then you just kind of stay there, or you stay somewhere with the team? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so when I signed, I was there. I was in the right down the street from the facility for like 2 months, and then I found me a place. I was out in Livingston at a nice apartment. I just rented. I was honestly scared to buy. I was scared to buy anything. Don't know why, but just didn't have that mindset of buying is good. But yeah, I just rented and did that my whole career until I ended up buying a house in Miami. Yeah, in 2020.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so what are the factors of, you know, everybody will see or hear from the outside, oh, these people make this much in the NFL, or these people make this much in the NBA, these people make this much, you know, but what are taxes for one? You know, what are the daily things you have to pay? You know, what are like bills? What is your overhead look like?
Yeah, I mean, the taxes, bro, that was stupid. And I wish I would have been more aware of how I could get tax breaks. Like I should have been putting money into other things. That's important. That you got to have a good CPA. You got to have a good money manager to really direct you, because you're so busy. Like you don't really, you're not focusing on that stuff. And if you don't know it, then they know, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna do it. I'm just stacking my money up.
Yeah.
But yeah, taxes is real. You got things you got to pay for. You know, my apartment is $3,000 a month. You paying, I mean, you're $3,500. You know what I'm saying? Easy a month, you know, but you got things you're paying for. You know, I got getting a new whip, you know what I'm saying? You're getting clothes, different things. So it's like money goes out, you got taxes, money goes out. So it can definitely go faster. And then like my last season, like I was old, it was like $3.5 million I was supposed to make. You know, I got hurt in my second year with the Jets. And so I was supposed to make my last portion of my contract, $3.5 million. And shoot, they called my agent up. They didn't think I was going to come back from my injury good enough. It was like, we want to restructure. I was like, restructure? Like, what you mean? And so they cut that joint to like 1 point, I forgot what it was, 1.5, 1.7, like, you know, a whole.
And you don't have any say in that.
Get cut.
Damn.
I'm on the street coming off of ACL. Like, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that, or you know what I'm saying, or get cut and probably make less. So it's kind of like, okay, got to do it. So boom, you losing $2 million right there, whatever that was. So people don't factor in those things. They just see, oh, you made. I see this on the internet. That's what you got. Like, nah, like it's you get a lot of stuff cut in thirds. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. you gotta pay the agent. Like this stuff happens.
Damn. So you got agent, you got, where you at that point now, did you have somebody on your team like saying, hey, Avery, you need to start looking at some real estate? Like, how did you start getting into like the real estate and doing all of that stuff?
Yeah. I didn't have anybody honestly doing that. I wish I would have been aware of different things like that. I always said I wanted to get into it. Just I didn't find the time because I was busy doing other stuff. And like off season come, I'm worried about working out, kicking it, you know what I'm saying, traveling. I ain't worried about, trying to make no long-term investments like that. I got myself in stock market, other little stuff. But my dad, he did tell me, he made me I bought 2 farms when I was playing. I started putting a little bit of money back into the farm. So I bought my first farm. It was like,
how the farmer's making you money? The farmer making you money?
The farm, you said, is it or was it?
What? Both.
Well, yeah, now it's starting to take care of itself. Now it's like starting to kind of really grow. So I'm just working on things really turning into a bigger business now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I bought the if you want to sell the land, like you could go make some money because like the land value went up like crazy.
I got some in Virginia.
Yeah, like thankfully I bought 2 farms, but just I didn't have anybody really to make me aware of how to get into real estate. I wish I would have bought a place in Nashville when I got drafted, when just didn't know. I thought that spending that money was just, you're spending it. Like it was a waste, but nah, like buying something, an object like that.
Yeah, compared to now.
Or a car to a car or a house, like get you something like that $40,000 Camaro I bought. I could have bought a crib, you know what I'm saying, or a condo. So I didn't know the value in that. And I could have been making money, you know what I'm saying, like on the outside on my own, but I just didn't know. If you making so much money, it's like, shoot, I'm worried about somebody renting a house for $1,500.
And so there was something that I just put on my story yesterday. Who was it? It was, what? It's not here no more. It was damn, hold on. I got to go back to the archive because this fits perfect, because I know Chad. We've met Chad a couple times because we shoot the Orange Blossom Classic every year, and I'm gonna show you the recap. We go crazy.
What is that?
That's FAMU versus whoever, JSU. Yeah, FAMU versus JSU. So Coach Prime was coming out here, and we was in the locker rooms with them, tunnels, and recording, doing all of that stuff. One of our guys got hit on the first play and taken out the game. Not even in the game, got taken out the game. Like it's crazy. But okay. So yeah, AB, and so AB made $88 million his career, and now he
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, he not doing too well. But then you have people like Chad, who's like, bruh, my earrings from Zara. You know what I'm saying? Like what? You know what I'm saying?
Get it on the camera. Claire's. I
Claire's.
I forgot my good ones at the house. I was like, I was at Brickell City Center and I'm rushing trying to find some earrings. And I went into Pandora, and I'm like, hey, what y'all got? Y'all got some, men's earrings? She showed me. I'm like, I seen 1,600. I'm like, I seen something about, it was like $375. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. And I was like, Claire's.
Yeah.
I was like, I looked it on my phone. It's like 10 minutes where I was like, yeah, I'm going to Claire's. Like $20 earrings. So yeah, I'll spend some money on some dumb stuff, made some bad investments, but you know what? I still got it. And I know one thing, I ain't gonna lose all of it.
No, facts.
But just, you might, like, man, you ain't gotta go out there and flex and buy all that expensive stuff, like that girl's still gonna like me just as much with these $20 earrings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, if I got some $10,000 ones on. So it's really like, who are you trying to impress? You trying to impress yourself? Like, what you doing it for?
So do you feel like that mindset starts to develop once you attain a certain amount of money? Because, you know, in psychology, and we were actually just listening to it too, when you're at a different level of making money, the average right now, if you go on SSA.gov, released September 2023, the average for the Black American right now is $41,600 in the United States. And then I think white people is 68,000, Hispanics are 40,000, and Asians are actually 78,000. And so with the average American doing only about 40,000, and you know, you have the entrepreneurs or celebrities or athletes, you know, doing, you know, multiple six figures and millions and all of that stuff. Once you get to a certain threshold, rent and cars and all of that is only going to cost but so much. And then it becomes additional. And so once you get to that level of additional, you know, what is the term of finances on your happiness?
Yeah. You just got to really weigh it out. Like, okay, is what's necessary? Like having a Lambo, you know, what is it for? Like, I wanted to buy one when I was in New York, but I'm like, do I really need it? Or do I just want it? It's just kind of those factors, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause your overhead, you know, it can really be too much, you know, and guys, man, some cats be doing some dumb stuff. Like,
and how does it relate to like your family and your friends? Because some people, you know, and earlier on in my entrepreneur journey, which probably hurt me more than anything, was I tried to take my people with me. And you start paying for everything. You start putting stuff here and there, or family start reaching out, and you doing this. And even a relationship with my mom, you know, like, it's a grown ass woman, you know what I'm saying? She live in Atlanta and I'm paying bills over there while I'm over here. Like, yo, you know, my bills is this and that. And so, you know, were people more so reaching out to you in that kind of way?
Yeah. You got people that need help with everything from about to get evicted to car notes to I don't know, man. A lot of stuff, dog. I mean, co-signing on homes, businesses. It's just literally everything.
And how'd they feel when you tell them no?
I mean, I'm sure they was probably pissed, but some people I helped, some people I didn't. But it's just really you can't bring everybody with you, and that's the tough part. I mean, our lives are different.
Yeah,
I can't help everybody.
Yeah,
I can't help everybody. Like you made your journey. This is mine, and I mean it's tough. I still go through it. I've been going through a cutoff season, like to this day, you know, and it's tough because it's people that you grown up love. And you know, you don't want to see people struggle, but like, all right, if I wasn't here, what would you do?
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you go to Quicken Loans and get a you know what I'm saying, get something, you know what I'm saying, or go ask my uncle or my dad or another cousin, like where would you do? Because I can't physically shell out the money. Like keep doing that. It's not healthy for me. I gotta look out for myself at the end of the day.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, you know, transitioning now out of the NFL and becoming, I guess, a civilian again. You know, that civilian word hits different because I was in the military. I was in the Marine Corps for a little while, and I went on deployment and stuff or whatnot. But when I came back, it was like life was just different. Like, cause you know, and sports would be the same thing because you're in like a bubble where the outside world just, you see it here and there. Like you got access to it. Of course, this is modern day, but you're not in it. And so being back around just people, just, you know, dealing with regular traffic, just Just everything is
going
different.
to the DMV.
Yeah,
having to wait in line.
Yeah. How was that transition for
Oh
you?
man, it's definitely been tough. It's been tough. I've been like a moment just kind of ducked off. Like
When did you get out?
2021 was my last season.
Okay.
Yeah, so 22. My son was born. Well, yeah, 20. No, he was born December 31st, 2021. So yeah, that was the first year of my son, 2022. I was like, man, just trying to find my way. I was down here in Miami. Yeah.
It's the spot. It's the hub.
Yeah, it's the hub. So I was down here in Miami, trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do. Was with my girl at the time, trying to be a family man and stuff, and just trying to figure out this new. I didn't know if I was gonna get a call or not.
Yeah.
I ended up halfway through that year, I was like, I'm gonna keep on going for it, not doing. I really didn't want to do it, and I was just starting to really trying to explore other options, just different businesses.
And so just to even loop a lot of other people in, for that kind of transition, you just get let out cold turkey, like that's it, like you just stop.
Like I had a great season, 2020, because I came back from my ACL and I finished. I did half a season with the Jets. I got traded to the Steelers, and so I finished out up there. And didn't get picked up until October of 2021. And I was practice squad with the Broncos for a week, and then I went to the Titans for a couple weeks, got cut, and then I went back to P squad on Broncos, and I was like, man, what's going on? It was just really weird. I'm coming from starting my whole career to I'm on practice squad. It just was crazy. So man, I ended up calling it quits. After that. And didn't get picked up in 2022, and I was like, yeah, it's over with. So yeah, they don't have a game plan for getting out at all. It's pretty wild. They prepare you all these years to get in, and they ain't got no exit plan. Like, hey, we're gonna give you a job opportunity or something. Like, and I was like,
damn, no job opportunity, no nothing. Just that's it. You get out.
That's it. Like, you don't even know when you're gonna get out. Like I thought I was gonna, be playing at least 2 more years after that. It was wild, man. So thankfully I saved my money, and I was had that, but it's still like you still don't know what to do. And just it's so many different things. Like I started a YouTube channel. Shout out to Tailgate 54.
Who's Tailgate 54?
That's my YouTube show. I did.
Okay.
I was going to different tailgates.
What you talk about?
We just literally trying food and going to different tailgates, college and pros.
Gotcha.
Did that. I had a landscaping business.
Okay.
54 Landscape.
Okay.
I was going around the neighborhood, bro. Like I did a few homes, and I'm knocking on doors. Just hey, you need your landscaping done. Like I was like, I need to do something.
Yeah.
The one lady was like, did you play for the Jets?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's me. Like, bro, I was literally like bored out of my mind, like trying to do something. But yeah, man, it was a struggle, and just not knowing exactly what to do. That's why I went back home.
Got on the farm.
Yeah. And just had to get recentered,
and
just see like what I truly want to do. Is I knew I wanted the name with the cattle, but I was like, I need something else just to kind of excite my day.
So when you say cattle, what do you mean?
Yeah,
what you mean by that?
Cattle.
Yeah, cattle. What you mean by that? Cows?
Yeah. So
yeah, we got rats in New York. We ain't got cattle, so you're gonna have to define cows.
We don't milk them as beef cows. So
okay, so
we just sell the calves. Sell the calves once they get to about 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, 6-7 months.
So it's like grass fed, pasture stuff, all that. Okay.
Yep. So doing that.
You ever killed a cow?
I never killed it, but I ain't never did the whole process. I just once it's dead, then I go in there and start gutting it and stuff. But I ain't had the guts to go in my pops, bro.
Start gutting it.
Pops is savage though.
Like with your hands?
No, with a knife.
Yeah, oh, I know that part. I mean, if you tearing cows apart with your hands, you might have a different occupation, my boy.
Serial killer.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. So you shoot it, and then you go in there, cut the throat, let it bleed out, and you drag it out. You cut like a little slot between the Achilles, and you run a bar between it, and then you just pull it up with the tractor with the front end loader, and you start skinning it out.
The way you said that, like it was so normal, so casual, it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a little wild.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I did just kill some chickens though. That was an experience.
You like pluck them?
Oh, everything. I'm talking about chop the head off. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, bro. I was nervous all day. I'm like, yeah, man, we about to go kill these chickens. In my head, I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, I gotta do it. And oh man, yeah, bro, it was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it was one chicken, bro. I when I cut the head, it didn't go all the way off,
and it was just running.
And it was one of the roosters. They like more athletic.
Yeah,
dog. This thing started doing backflips.
Oh,
like I'm talking about like Simone Biles.
Oh man,
doing backflips, bro. And blood was going everywhere. I'm like, dog, it was insane, bro. Like a scary movie.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Out there, farm life.
Wow. And so how old is your son now?
He's 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, Simone Biles is right. Yeah, Simone Biles, right? She's a gymnast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's make sure I got that right.
Yeah, she's a gymnast. And
yeah.
so
yeah, he's 2.5.
You want him to be a part of that farm life?
Yeah. So I'm every time I have him up there with me, I make sure, he's out there doing stuff. He loves being outdoors.
Would you want him to join sports?
If he wants to. Yeah, if he wants to. I got no problem with that. I ain't gonna push him. I was kicking the ball with him the other day. But I do what he want to do. As long as he's doing something positive. Yeah. And not getting in any trouble.
Got you.
Yeah.
And so, now that we're in the age of NIL, have you tried to leverage that at all? Like, speaking gigs, getting into locations, talking to some kids at the school or training camp, stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm getting back out and doing some more stuff. That's why I'm here with you.
Okay.
But I definitely need to start doing more things. We got some stuff in the works, got some cool stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a like I was telling you before, I got a show I've been sitting on since 2019. And it's can I say the name? Adventures with Avery.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's me. I'm taking you on a tour.
Of the farm?
Nah, well, It could be.
Okay.
Well, you'll see in the teaser.
Okay.
But just I don't want to say too much. I don't everything. Yeah, it's just I'm doing everything. So
I mean, they can't replicate it because they not Avery.
Exactly. So this is gonna be me doing different stuff. I'll leave it at that. But it's
okay. And you want it to be on like TV or like YouTube series?
Well, just start out on YouTube, but hopefully something big comes from it.
Gotcha.
But I really like being in these spaces. I feel like that's fun, networking, just talking to people, hearing their stories, just getting out and doing stuff. I like interacting.
So how is it meeting some of these new day, entrepreneurs where, we might hit you with numbers like, oh yeah, we just did a couple million this year, or we did something like this and that.
Yeah.
And coming from that lifestyle where that's oriented, through playing ball, but now this is a whole different world on the outside.
Yeah. I'm definitely intrigued by it because I'm like, man, how do you did that with your brain? You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely intrigued by that. And I know I'll get to that point. And it's a process you gotta go through. But yeah, it's impressive to see people build something up, from the ground up, without being an athlete. Yeah, it's very impressive. So that's my goal now. I want to conquer. I want to like conquer that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's my my next step is, man, I want to be a entrepreneur. I want to really build a company, you know, do something from the ground up and show that I can be more than just a football player.
Nah, 100%. It's rough.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's
trust
good.
me. I know.
It's rough.
I've been learning.
Yeah, it's rough.
I've been learning, man.
Now, how old are you now?
32.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. But
How old
at
are
the
you?
prime age. Same.
Same, yeah.
So right at the prime age of doing that. But I've been an entrepreneur for full-time 10 years. Lifetime, like 13, half my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when people see like the things that we do now,
They want it.
Yeah, and it's like, bro,
Yeah, see, 10
it ain't
years ago.
start here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't start here. The losses that I took, the L's that I took, I'm still taking losses,
Yeah.
you know, but it's at a way lower rate
Yeah.
than earlier on. And there's a lot of mitigation, you know, even starting this podcast, you know, last year. Like, oh, how you reaching up to 6 figures, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I've done that kind of model before. And so to get there isn't really the issue, you know, because that's not even profit, you know. And so making them understand gross and profit is not the same.
Yeah.
And net is not the same thing, you know. And so really just sectionalizing it out and leading people in a different type of way. But nah, man, this, you know, even just learning about you, you know,
Yeah.
having this mindset of entrepreneurship or the mindset of a champion, you know, going to do what you did. The small percentage, I don't know what it is, but I know it's a super small percentage of people actually getting drafted to play professional football.
Yeah.
And you know, that alone is gonna shape you, your career path,
Yeah.
you know, how you are. And so what would you say to kids, you know, anybody that's really trying to get to that same level?
Yeah. I ain't got my wallet, but I was gonna show you something. But man, I would say just keep on pushing. You honestly never know how far you can get in life if you just keep going, keep working. I'm at that. Come on, Reese. You dropping your AirPods, messing up my closing speech. Just keep pushing. You like. My parents didn't even think I was gonna go pro. They was like, get an education. Get your education. You know, like, I'm going pro. So you just have to keep on pushing yourself. Don't listen to people. And I'm going through that now with business. Like, people tell me some ideas are stupid. Like, who goes and buys a mobile axe trailer?
Hey, that's a great business. You know
what I'm saying?
Listen, I had to pause it right there. I got to pause it right there, man. You know, RIP to my guy, Joey McGee. Joey McGee just passed away maybe last year, was it, Dan? Yeah, last year. And, you know, he went into the system as like a felon early on, got out, and open axe throwing stuff.
Really?
And now I had like 4 or 5 locations, and he was like, bro, I'm making more money than I can actually spend. And, you know, we went out there, we shot some footage for him, like super, super happy dude. But it's the happy people around you that got dark moments, man. And so, you know, I just had to say RP to that. But the business itself,
yeah,
lucrative. Don't listen to him.
I know. So you just gotta try things and keep on pushing, because you never know how close you are to that. You right there, that you knocking at the door right there. So you just gotta keep on clawing and pushing. But I in my wallet, I think I don't know when I wrote the check, but it's probably about 2 years ago now. But I got a $50 million check I wrote, and I was like, I'm just gonna just leave it in my wallet.
Got to.
And you know, I'm one day, some kind of way, hey, I'm gonna make it.
Absolutely.
So I'm just sitting on it.
And then, you know, I always like to say video is timeless, you know, it's forever, especially when you put stuff on the internet. And so when your son gets older, you know, I want you to tell him something that he could always watch, go reference.
I would say that, Dad, he loves you. And what I'm building now, you'll have, when you're older, you'll have that business mindset. I can't wait to continue to teach you, show you, and help you grow and be a man. All the mistakes that I'm making, you'll be able to bypass those, and you'll have even better start than I did as a kid. Love you.
Nah, absolutely, man. Avery, this was top notch. You know, getting to understand a little bit about your history and your upbringing and present day things. And man, it's a pleasure to absolutely just meet you, get to know you. I would love to just see what you got going on business wise too. Because hey, if it makes sense, I'm throwing money at things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, man.
It is what
I definitely got some good stuff cooking, man.
Okay,
got some good stuff cooking, and I know that things are gonna work. Just gotta set it up the right way.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Nah, it's a pleasure having you on the Attractive Mindset.
Thanks for having me.
Man, it's your host, Moneybag Mastermind Rich, and we are here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Please share this episode with anybody that you might think of, anything. And listen,